video on Jax and show you the work that we've been doing, and also kind of give you an assessment on what I see already. You know, this guy is extremely high prey drive. There is anxiety driving that, so I know you train with Leah. You might reread the packet, go over drives again. They're extremely important to understand, and they also give you a really great window into what Jax is going through. So, you know, everything in the environment is stimulating to him. It arouses him. He wants to target everything. So, in other words, you know, anytime he sees movement, sound, you know, his first instinct is to fixate on it. And his last instinct is to look for a human. Let's go. This is actually amazing. This is the best that, like, we just got out. I haven't worked him at all. So the fact that he just sat next to me, he's never done that to me before without maybe 15 minutes of me working his ass off. So this is actually huge improvement. So super strong dog. He's gonna need a super strong handler, someone who's confident, someone who's certain, and someone who doesn't think that he's a baby. So this is a power breed, it's a pit bull. You might have some Shar-Pei in there, which is also a very powerful breed. I'm sure we've got a mixture of some other things. But these breeds they don't do well in homes where they're spoiled rotten. They're too strong. They're genetically wired to do too many powerful things, and so if they're under a home that spoils them and has soft energy all the time, they'll take over the home, and then we'll lose control over them, and then they're going to start to show aggressive, territorial, reactive behaviors. So we have a lot to go over in terms of information and how I can empower you, but this guy is too hard for me to sugarcoat that there's any possibility, at least right now in his life, where he's going to be able to be babied and still be able to listen to the handler. So he needs someone who looks at him more like, I look at him as alone in the world, you know, and so when they're in a really high prey drive state of mind all the time and they have no concept, Jax, let's go, buddy. Let's go. And they don't really have any relevant human in their life. Like this guy, I mean, he could take the line over and over and over again for 15 minutes straight and never once look at me. And I know he's got a higher pack drive like this is pack drive, than what he initially gave me. So to me, it was more like humans aren't relevant, humans don't give me information, humans don't understand me, right? So instead of being like, oh, you poor baby, which is only gonna actually make him take you less seriously, it's more like, oh my gosh, like, how can I make myself more relevant so that you can feel safe and secure with the human, and that you can let a human guide you, especially considering the human world is very confusing for dogs. It's not very natural. So we really want him to feel like he can stop when a human stops and look up at him like that and see stimulus and then look to the handler for information. So this is going to require more of a outlook of, you know, this guy doesn't need my undying, unconditional love. He actually just needs lots of direction, lots of proper mental stimulation, lots of rules and boundaries, and just someone who's just not going to let him push. You can't be a pushover with this dog. So someone who's going to be conscientious of all the little things, like where he is in your personal space, what are you petting, that kind of stuff, so that, let's go. going to be like, well, you're not relevant. You're just like all those other humans that I've experienced in my life that don't have any real information for me, and it's not helping me get through my stress. So I'm going to have to go, I'm going to keep this video short today, so I'm going to have to go over that kind of stuff in detail more in person, and we'll try to break it down into steps. But I just kind of wanted to show you how this is the best I've actually seen him. So go figure, he goes and shows off the first video I start. But, you know, getting this guy to line up with me and hang out with me has been extremely hard. You know, this prey drive through the roof, constantly taking the line back and forth, back and forth. So when he first comes home, you know, he's going to be a lot better than he even is in this video. But those tendencies are still going to be there, especially with you. So it's going to be really important that you not only know how to long line, but that you kind of understand the body language and when to turn and the expectations, what we're looking for in him, so that he takes the long line work seriously instead of takes the long line work as an opportunity to take the line so he can go do whatever he wants. Right? So let's go. Good. Let's go. So the first thing is, I'm not going to walk with him if he gets in front of me. So if he can stay like this, and he's got in a good state of mind, I'll keep walking with him. But the minute, no, not even the minute, the very, very second, half second that he shoots out, let's go. The first thing I do is I stop walking. What that's going to teach the dog's brain is she doesn't walk with me when I get in front of her. I almost want him to see it. Oh, good. In other words, I almost want to do stop right there so that he actually visually sees me stopping when he gets ahead. So I don't want to stop when he's already a full body length ahead. That's not going to give me any advantage. He's not going to see me disengage with him if I do that. So what I really need to make sure that I'm doing is stopping right when I can feel that he's going to shoot out in front of me, so he can see me getting out of participating with him. Let's go, buddy. When he's going to disengage with his handler. It's like, where is he and what is his brain saying? That's like my first kind of assessment when I'm working a dog. Where is he in terms of my body, and what drive is he in? Let's go. So even if they're standing right next to me, oftentimes if they're in prey drive, I will stop walking. Jax, come. Good job, buddy. Come. Jax, come. If you thought my neighborhood was quiet being out here, you were wrong. It is nuts. There are tons of things happening at all times. So it's giving me an opportunity to really work him through, like, that is something he gets concerned about. So again, where is he at and what is he saying? So I'm gonna stop when I don't agree. This requires a lot of conscientiousness. This is not a casual walk. I'm not gonna go out and disengage with my dog. I am assessing him all the time. What is he doing? And this is gonna be a requirement for you. And I don't know, this could take a long time before you can turn off, because he's a male and you're a female, that's a different dynamic. I know that sounds really, really weird, but it matters. If he was a female, this might be completely different. But male and females, males are going to be like, you're my female. right? So we've got male, female, unexperienced handler, soft energy. All of these things in his mind say, maybe I probably need to be in charge of this handler. And we need to switch that conversation. So that's gonna be requiring you to be very conscientious of where he is in terms of your legs and what state of mind is he in. He's close to me right now, he's in prey drive. So that's not good, I don't want that. So after I stop, I'm gonna do a series of things, and I like to mix it up. Let's go. One is, one of the things I might do is, he's doing real well because he's in pack drive and he's staying next to me. So this is actually what I'm looking for. Proud of him. This is the best he's ever done. So prey drive, right? So if I see his head scrunch up and his ears erect, and he's starting to look, you know, the dog's brain is fascinating. Wherever it's looking is where it's at. So if I start to see this kind of, I'm looking that way in prey drive, then it's an indication to me that he's not with me. Did I fix this? Because I got someone coming over to drop off lunch for my staff and I, and you're gonna see him get real worried about this. It's a new person, he's never seen them. He's staring at them in prey drive. So I'm actually gonna call him right now to me, or at least I'm gonna try. Good. Good. Jax, come. So I'm going to use as an example of what I'm going to do if he shoots in front of me. So I start walking. What's he going to do? Oh, he's in prey drive. Stop walking. I could turn and go the other way. Let's go. And that's a let's go. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make sure I've got the dog's attention. You notice how I'm walking backwards? Let's go. Good. And I'm going to go the other way. Again, I'm going to stop walking. Now that's actually good because he didn't take the line this time. He chose to just get a little bit in front of me. So that's actually improvement. Let's go. And again, you'll notice I do a lot of backwards walking. So I like to create space between me and the dog. The reason why I do that is because the longer they have to come back to me, the more pack drive I'm building into their brain. Let's go. Is pack drive. So when he has to come off 15 feet and follow me and his head, this is what's magical about this process that we're doing is that when you get them off the stimulus and they run back to you, you're putting them in pack drive. The more I do this over and over and over again, I'm going to make pack drive the primary state of mind instead of what he's in right now all the time, which is in prey drive, right? So the let's go in that moment was hard to get him to commit because he's so fixated on stimulus, but at the end, I still got him to come and follow me, and that got his pack drive up. So what you're noticing is, with this guy, I do a lot of stopping, and then I actually walk backwards. And as I'm walking backwards, I'm flicking my line out so that I can create more space between him and the stimulus. And not only can I, create more space between him and I, so that when I call him back to me, I'm building that pack drive up. Nice. So it's stop, walk backwards, and then you can do a let's go. And when you do a let's go, that's a moving command. So it's like, let's go. I'm actually going to keep the momentum going. Let's go. Good job, buddy. Let's go. So if I tell him to let's go in a certain direction, the expectation is that he comes my way and keeps walking. Now the last one is the recall. Jax, come. Hey, buddy. You're done, huh? Sit. Good boy. Which is eventually it's going to be come over here and sit. Right now I don't have the here command established yet. Let's go, and we'll go over that later. But the two, when you're doing long line work, it's going to be stop when he's either in front of you or starting to fixate on something. Walk backwards, create more line between you and him, and you're either going to do a let's go, which is where you're going to turn your back and go the other way, or a let's here, or come, or a come, where he comes and he sits next to you, and this is where I do a lot of rewarding the pack drive. Let's go. Which he used to jump up on me a lot, so this is huge improvement. Right, so I just kind of wanted to give you an idea of what we're working on, the motions, give you a chance to see him, kind of give you an assessment on what kind of dog he is, what he's going to need, what's going to be required as a handler to deal with the strength and intensity of this dog. But it's also giving you a really good example of how in just a matter of 20 minutes I'm able to really wear him out and get him to start looking at me more and following me around. So he's more fatigued because I'm switching his drives. I'm building up his pack drive higher than his prey drive, which is going to make me more relevant, and it's going to start to get him to look at me more for information instead of feeling so alone and like he needs to take care of it all of himself. And I'm also building a series of obedience commands so that when he starts to get better and better and better, these commands have tons of repetition over them. So he'll start to respond to them much quicker, even when there's stimulus around. So I'm going to give you guys you need a lot more videos than this. This is just kind of an intro video I kind of wanted you to see, and give you a chance to see where Jax is at. Hope you liked.